Hi, yep, that's right. It's me coming back. That's what happens after you click that, what you just clicked. That means I come alive and start talking. Coming at you with another topic that occurred to me over the many months and months of, I've been, for like a year and a half, last year and a half now, I've been watching people's YouTube videos and just about, basically whatever, about life and people's, long story short, we'll just say people's bitching videos about anxiety or just whatever they're going through in life. And that time, of course, a year and a half is, it's a year and a half, so obviously in that between then and now, some of the people that I've watched, some of the YouTubers that I've watched have since just deleted their channels, up and just deleted their channels. And I'm just making a quick video about this and how I feel about it. I mean, when you're like me and you basically have no one in your life, the YouTubers are like all you have in your life in a strange way. And after weeks and weeks and months of watching their videos, in the case of these people, well, one of them I actually messaged a few times, one of them I didn't. One of them was called like Manic Depressive Michelle or Manic Depressive Me or something like that, who probably a year ago now deleted her channel. Another one was didn't last very long at all, was Laura S. Anxiety, which just made like 2 or 3 videos about, her wanting to go to the gym, but, social anxiety, was inhibiting her actually going to the gym and stuff, and she didn't last long at all. But the other one, like the Manic Depressive Michelle or whatever the hell it was, had a lot of videos and had been going for a while. So I just wanted to I don't know, just make this video about just kind of like I say, when you've got no one in your life and you form bonds, even if you never even communicate with these people, you're still watching their videos, and you kind of, over the weeks and months, you kind of just get used to seeing them. And actually I was talking about in my last video not having a reason to get up, and to be honest, if you got YouTubers you like to watch, I mean, it is a little bit of a reason, or a lot of a reason, to log on and actually see if they got a new video up. And a lot of them will just be the norm. You'll have no warning, and you'll just be like, oh, I'm gonna go see that, and it's just like you search them or whatever, and it's just like they're gone, like they never existed. And it's just like, oh, and this recently the reason I'm doing this topic now is this recently happened where someone, I can't remember when she joined up, but someone with a channel called advertising for channels that no longer exist, with the channel called More Than Quiet, which was probably like an early or mid 20-something girl who probably in the South, because she'd say y'all, started up. I don't know if she started up in January or December, I can't remember, but she is like, maybe probably agoraphobic and worked from home, and had all this and that and self-harm and all this and that. But it was like she started a journey on YouTube maybe as little as a month ago, or 2 months ago, where she introduced herself and said why she's doing this, and follow, she's actually started therapy, and she did her first evaluation and did a video about it. And it's just like, oh cool, here's someone else that joins the community, as it were, to follow, and she seems cool and whatever. And it was like 2 weeks went by with nothing, and I was tempted to comment on the last video and say, what's up, hope you're all right, or whatever. And then before you know it, bam, that's the sound completely deleting your YouTube account makes. Bam, she's just gone. And it's just kind of like, oh man, those 2 words come to mind and come out of my mouth, as you can see, as you can tell. And it's just like, oh man. And I'm not, when I laugh, it's not funny, but just my reaction is. And it's just like, oh, and it's just like, even though she's only been around for a month and a half or 2 months or something, and made what, 6 videos or something, it's just kind of like, it's just bam. I guess apparently that's the sound of it hitting you as well as the sound of them quitting. But bam, you know, is a sound for a lot of things. And it's just like, oh. And then you just, you know, with my mind and my just really whatever, inquisitive or, you know, detail-oriented mind, you just wonder, oh, you just feel like bad because it's just like, you feel like, well, first of all, it's like, are they okay? What prompted it? Was she getting bullied? Excuse me, you know, was she getting comments from people, you know, private messages that were harassing? You know, did she just stoop so low in like a depression that she just said, fuck it? And I mean, I don't know. It's just, long story short, that's why I'm doing this video, is when YouTubers quit, it's just like, I don't know, to just leave us like that. I mean, that's what my dad's friend did this particular month in 2008, I think, when, you know, deep into winter at the, you know, one of the last horrible months of winter, he blew his head off. Not off. I mean, I didn't see his head after. He shot himself in the head. So at the very least, he put a hole in his head. And it's kind of the same thing in a way. It's almost like, you know, cyberspace suicide, when someone without a word just completely drops off the face of the YouTube or the net or whatever. I mean, they didn't drop off the face of the net, but YouTube anyway. Without a word, it's kind of like, you know, we want to know, or I want to know, you know, what happened and why you left and are you okay? And it's just like, I don't know about other people, but I care, you know, when I bond with people, watch their videos for weeks and months, you care about them. I care about them, you know? And when they just leave like that, without any warning, it's just like, you feel, not that, you know, they owe me anything by any stretch of the imagination, but you just feel, I don't know how to describe it. You just feel, I guess, left behind, not left behind, I don't know, you feel something. You feel, I guess you feel not so hot, because they were one of, you know, the people who you like to watch, and one of the reasons you do get up out of bed. So, you know, like I say, I mean, I don't know how long I'll be doing this, but, you know, the plan always was, and I've said this before, like, I'd say like a goodbye video at the minimum. Just, I guess it's just in my opinion, the reason I'd say I'd do a goodbye video or start to hint that I'm gonna go away is just, I guess, just to let anyone who watches my videos, just let them know. And I guess I just feel like, you know, not personally, the reason I'd do a final video or a goodbye or whatever is because, and say why or whatever, is just courteous, you know, courtesy. Because even though this is only YouTube, I mean, it's still interacting with people, and just because we're not interacting in person doesn't mean we just drop courteousness. Not that not that any YouTubers owe anyone, you know, anything, but it's just, I don't know, I guess just my sensitive personality's way of looking at the situation. Like I say, when you bond with someone, when you e-bond, you know, with someone over the web, and they just disappear, even if, for me, just speaking for myself, it can kind of sting. And I mean, you know, I still, obviously, a year later, still think about this woman who was like manic depressive, who often did videos sitting on a bathroom floor, you know, with the door shut. You know, I mean, a year later, after she deleted her channel, I still think about her and wonder how she's doing, you know. So, I guess that's it. We don't need to drag this on any longer. It's just, you can be sure that unless something happens to me and I'm unable to do a final video, then I'll probably do a final video at the very minimum, you know, if and when, not if, when I had my fill of doing YouTube. I was just thinking within the last week, like, I was just looking, you know, I look at the videos that I have uploaded, and it just occurred to me that I've said so much of what I have to say. You know, I don't know how much more I'm really going to have to say. I mean, when I don't have a job and there's nothing to really bitch about. But I'm hoping that, you know, with spring, you know, in this state that I live in, which is one of the colder winter states in America, every spring is this, you know, wonderful, you know, one of the benefits of freezing your ass off for like 5 months of the year is when spring comes, it's always this rebirth, this wonderful, amazing rebirth when the snow melts and the animals come out and the buds, you know, come out, and it's always this, every year is always this, to a certain extent, rebirth. So I'm hoping that, you know, and it's just as little as 4, 5, 6 weeks from now when spring really should hopefully start hitting us, that, you know, it'll just rejuvenate me, or at least some. Because right now, my energy level's just so low because being so far into the winter, it's just got me crazy. So there you go, YouTubers. Yeah, just sad when people disappear. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.